Hey everyone, welcome, I'm MisterBo, and today's video is going to be something slightly different to what you normally see on the channel. This is going to be sort of a offhand commentary video on the gameplay you're seeing on screen, and the gameplay you were seeing on screen is me competing against a bunch of other really talented Crash Team Racing players, as well as a few different YouTubers, mainly Vikkstar and Zerkaa. So this was the KFC Championship competition for Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled, hosted by KFC, as well as 4 other YouTubers, Zerkaa, Vikkstar, Terrorizer and the Burnt Chip. So late last week there was a post put up by KFC Gaming saying if you wanted to have a chance, enter, and you might be picked one of the 48 to be picked to have a chance to win 10 grand as well as a year's supply of KFC by playing Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. Obviously CTR is my favourite game ever. I feel like I'm pretty decent at it, so I decided to apply, and well, would you know, I got chosen as one of those 48 players to compete. So it was broken down into 3 separate stages. The first stage was a qualifier race, and each qualifier was broken down into 4 separate races. The scoring was the same as a normal cup in Crash Team Racing, so first place got 9 points, second place got 6 points, third place got 3 points, and fourth place got 1 point. So the goal at the end of the 4 races was to rack up enough points to hopefully move on to the next stage. So we're going to be commentating through my games here. I'm going to be telling you kind of what happened, what my thought process was in terms of picking characters, my route on the track. Some things that were a little bit unfair happened, but we'll go over all of that right now. So the first race was Coco Park. I decided to go with an advanced character, a speed character, because that's kind of what Coco Park is all about. I went with Big Norm, he's kind of my go-to character. And the person who I was up against, who is Overtaker X7, who I've got to hand it to, is a great player. And most of these races, it was down to the wire on who was actually going to win. But for Coco Park, I didn't actually expect anyone to use it, but he was using that sort of shortcut where you can cut across the grass. And I think that kind of got him so much of a lead that he kind of won that race. Moving on though, the second race was Tiger Temple. So I thought, let's go again with an advanced character. Let's stick with Big Norm, because I've been doing alright with him offline and online races, so I actually get a really good start here. I boost straight off the line, go straight down the hill into a nice 3 booster. Crimson here, who is another great player, was pretty decent. Everyone was kind of playing as Coco. Acceleration characters, I think, are kind of the way to go, but I felt like I could get enough speed boost down these sort of straights as an advanced character. So I get pretty lucky straight away with a bubble bomb, so I can open the shortcut and take that. But straight away at the beginning of the race, a warp orb is fired. I think there's there's 2 warp orbs coming around, so that's just unlucky. But I think I dodged this second one, yeah. Now this second race on Tiger Temple was pretty much a neck and neck race between me, Overtaker, Crimson and Zerkaa. You'll see near the end that I got really unlucky. I probably could have won this race, but you'll see what happens. So I'm getting some nice speed, I'm getting those boosts down the straight. I'm not doing them that greatly, I'm hitting the corners a bit, and I don't get an item to open the shortcut, but I don't believe anyone actually did. Looking at the minimap, no, I don't think anyone actually opened the shortcut. So that was pretty good on my half there. I put a nice potion there, which is going to come back to haunt me on the 3rd round, because there's 2 potions on that speed turbo pad there, and that means I'm going to have to sort of avoid it on the final lap. So it's really coming down to the wire here between me and Overtaker. We both get hit with the warp orb, and then we both get hit with the clock. Crimson here just goes straight past us. But luckily for me, I believe in one of these crates here, I actually get, I think it's a potion. Can't really remember. Yeah, I get a potion. He goes for the shortcut. It doesn't open. I throw it and it's a bit delayed, but I still make it through. And you see Overtaker right behind me there. So I'm like, oh, I'll go for the speed pad. I just miss it because there's some potions there. And I get hit by a bowling bomb, I think it is. Drop down into 3rd just before I'm about to cross the finish line. So at this point I'm thinking, well, it's probably it for me. Overtaker's won 2 races now, so he's got a total of 18 points. I've come 2nd and I've come 3rd, so I've only got 9 points. I'm 9 points behind him. I decided to switch up Papu's Pyramid, go for an acceleration based character, go for Nash. I've been practicing, I'm pretty decent at Papu's Pyramid, and I'm thinking, right, I've got to win this to have a chance at progressing through to the next stage. So I need to make sure that I take all the shortcuts in this track. The start of the race doesn't go very well for me. I get hit with a few different items. I'm currently lacking behind in 7th place. Zerkaa are right in front of me. So I need to hit these shortcuts to actually sort of boost myself a little bit ahead of them. Keep a hold of this bubble shield because you never know when a warp orb is going to come after you. So I get the first shortcut fine. I'm a little bit sort of nervous. Am I going to be able to hit this shortcut? Boom, I do it. Puts me straight into 1st place. That is good start. I think it's Crimson at the moment who's slightly behind me. I think Overtaker is currently in 3rd or 4th place. But I've been practicing on Papu's Pyramid so I can get these sort of sharp turns nailed down. As you can see here, the warp orb is coming. I'm kind of glad that I took the bubble shield here so I can throw that on when the warp orb gets closer. Hit the shortcut, of course. I think they've made some of these shortcuts a little bit easier to hit than in the original, certainly on Papu's Pyramid. I go nice and wide here, manage to grab that shortcut again, increases my lead by even more. I don't think anyone has actually taken that shortcut at the end there in this race so far. The warp orb gets destroyed by my bubble shield, and then here comes the unlucky part for me. A clock hits me as I'm sort of at an angle where I go off the edge of the map. Crimson then passes me on the pyramid here, so I'm thinking, okay, he's won this race, so I'm going to get 6 points probably. I need to do something in order to try and just get my lead back. He hits me with a bowling bomb, which is super unlucky. I land in a potion, but I think, right, I've got to try and be able to boost and hit that shortcut, which I do. And then Crimson literally could have won this, but unfortunately for him, he messes up on this shortcut at the end, and I just get it. I was so close at hitting the wall there, and I passed the finish line in 1st place. So I'm kind of like, well, who's going to come 2nd and 3rd now? I'm looking. I believe Crimson comes 2nd, Zerkaa comes 3rd, and Overtaker comes in 4th. So he's only got 1 point from that. So he's on a total of 19. Obviously, I got 9 from the last race, and I was already on 9, so now I'm on 18. Overtaker is on 19. It all comes down to this final race, and it's Dingo Canyon. A track that I'm kind of alright on. In the original, I was pretty decent at. Haven't really played it much in Nitro-Fueled, I will be honest. And this entire race was just a lot of spam of different items. It kind of was all based on luck in terms of this race, and you'll see near the end. So I get a good start. Been getting pretty decent starts in some of these races. Put down a potion, but then I believe I get hit by a bowling bomb or a missile or something there. But then Overtaker does as well. And that's pretty much the story of this race. Every time I got hit, he got hit as well. And I will say, I think it's our Wolfie. He pretty much allowed me to win this race because he was neck and neck with me and Overtaker this whole race as Tiny, and he was just spamming Overtaker with missiles and stuff, allowing me to kind of just get ahead. So I made a mistake there hitting Armadillo. I'm not very good at avoiding things that are rolling across the track when I'm sort of zooming along on my path. So as you can see, Wolfie there just spams Overtaker with, I think, 2 missiles. I get hit with a potion, which isn't good, so I've lost my lead there again. I believe I hit an Armadillo here as well, so it's just not going well for me at all. So I'm trying to speed back in. I get hit by a TNT. I don't know what I was thinking there, but I managed to bounce that off luckily. And I believe Overtaker gets hit by something at the line there by Wolfie, so that allows me to push into 2nd place. We will get hit by a clock, of course. Very amount of spammy items here. So we're on the final lap. Everyone is on top of each other here. Items are just going off non-stop. I'm trying to maybe get like a shield or an Aku mask, Uka mask, or some sort of speed boost to give me that edge. Overtaker gets me there, and then Wolfie hits him again, allowing me to regain my position there. And then I see the dreaded warp orb is coming, and it's not that far off. I nearly go off the track there. I'm just trying to boost to the finish line as quickly as possible so that I don't get hit by that warp orb, and I think Overtaker does at the end there, and I managed to win that, meaning I've won stage 1. To be honest, that was so close, it could have been anyone's game. I wasn't actually entirely sure if I had won it after that first stage, but I did. And then we have the stage 2 races. So everyone in here had progressed from stage 1. We had some really good players in this stage. We had UK OG Monkey, who is a speedrunner at this game, and I don't think he actually lost a single race. He won every single race throughout the tournament, won the whole tournament. He is an insane player. You can see him ahead of me just here. So I thought I had a pretty decent start at Polar Pass here. I was kind of just a little bit behind him. I knew I wasn't going to come first, but maybe second and third would have been nice here. Someone used the shortcut there with Oxide users in the time trial, so props to him for even trying that in an online race, because you could have just been hit off and knocked. So we're all doing pretty well here. I hit the seals there, they get hit by the TNT box. No one, I don't think, takes that shortcut. Actually, someone does take that shortcut. I think that's Mikey. So it's kind of still neck and neck, battling for third place here. I go slightly over the top and miss the blue flames here, I think. Oh no, I hit them, but I just don't have enough speed to hold on to them. KFC there, finger clicking good. Goes straight past me. I get hit by a missile, put into 6th place, because everyone is just on top of each other throughout all of these races pretty much. It is that much of a competition. Everyone here is such a skilled player. So I'm battling for 6th and 7th at the moment. I just hit the seal. I've kind of like lost my sort of momentum at the moment, but I get an Uka mask, which I feel maybe can sort of boost me up a few places. We'll see how it goes. I go boosting off the edge there. It's not going well for me in this first race. So I get another Uka mask. I think, alright, this is it. I believe, I don't know how long this lasts, but I think I managed to get the shortcut using this Uka mask, thankfully. I get a clock. And I'm thinking, right, this is my chance to maybe gain some position here. I don't think I do. I gain 2 places, get a 5th spot. I get another Uka mask. I think I shouldn't have popped that there because I missed the blue flames on this one. If I'd have got the blue flames there, that might have boosted me just far enough ahead. Some of the hitboxes on some of the things in the tracks are just ridiculously big. They just hit you when you're nowhere near them. So I just kind of hit that. I hit the seal there again. This just wasn't a race for me. I think maybe I would have done better if I'd picked a speed character here. Though I do feel like overall acceleration based characters seem to be the way to go. I get a bubble there. I kind of used that maybe a bit too early. Probably should have saved that because I think I hit someone with that here. Or I hit the potion and then I go ahead and hit the seal. If I'd have held on to that bubble for a little bit longer, maybe I would have come 4th, got 1 point, but the race is kind of over for me at that point. I kind of mess up getting back onto the track there. Get hit by a bowling bomb, which is always nice, into a wall. So let's just say the first race didn't go my way, and that's kind of the whole story for most of these final races. So I didn't come last, which I was kind of happy about. Moving on to Tiny Arena, this is the only track I believe, actually no, I do use a all-round character in the next track as well, but I decided to use an all-round character because I've been doing pretty well at Tiny Arena, and using an acceleration character and a speed character, their turning isn't just quite there for me on a track like this, so I decided to go for Small Norm, who is my go-to when it comes to all-round characters. I go a little bit wide at the beginning here, starting off in 8th. And again, you can just see everyone is literally on top of each other here. It is such an intense race. So I'm boosting as much as I can. I must say, props to whoever KFC is. Whoever was playing for KFC is actually really good. He was coming in the top 4 pretty much the whole time. I get hit by an item there, but it's not that bad because again everyone is sort of on top of each other. You can see UK OG Monkey there just slowly taking the lead. He's just getting so like far ahead of everyone else. I popped the Uka here because it's kind of a straight. I didn't want to kind of boost here. That kind of gets me a few positions. I get 3rd place here. Me and double Crash there. But I'm getting some nice speed, still keeping my position in third here. Though you'll see in a minute that KFC starts to really like come up my backside and challenge me for third place near the end of this race. The competition here was just on another level. I'm sure maybe some of you guys watching are at this kind of level. Maybe some of you guys are even better. I do make, I think, a lot of mistakes in some of these races, but when you've got that sort of competition going, there's a lot of pressure. Whereas in an online race, I'm probably able to avoid and not hit some of these walls and stuff that I'm doing in this race because it's just an online race. But when you're racing for real life money, as well as a year's supply of KFC, against competition this good, it does get tough. I'm just at this point happy I made it through to stage 2. So I'm battling for kind of like third place here. And what happens here? I do get ahead of him somewhere here, I'm not entirely sure where. I just dodged that potion. That was such a sort of close moment. Here we go, finger clicking good on my left there. That is KFC again. I want to know who that player is, because he is good. Get a nice speed boost here. I've dropped into 5th at the moment, and third place is quite far ahead at the moment, I believe. He's just around the corner. Me and KFC are battling it out here for 4th place. And I believe in this race, actually, only 1st and 2nd actually managed to complete the race. It's all based on who was ahead of each other when the race ends. And thankfully, I was ahead of KFC at the end by probably just a second, so I come 3rd at the end of this race. But you can just see me and him are just battling it out here non-stop. He gets an Aku, which is a little bit unfair. I must say, like, they do kind of need to fix some of the item balancing. I've had it multiple times where I either get a speed boost or I get a mask when I'm in 1st place and then just storm ahead. Unfortunately, I didn't get anything like that in this race, which was a bit of a shame, or in any of these races I don't think. But it's looking pretty like hopeless at this point. Someone gets hit there, double crash I think that was, and then I'm trying my hardest to hit KFC here, which I do twice. The race is going to end in 5 seconds, so I'm just like, I need to just stay ahead of him. I'm so close to the finish line, I don't cross, but I come 3rd, so I gain myself 3 points there. So I think 1st place at the moment is on 18 points. I think 2nd place is currently on like 12 points or something like that. And I'm on 3 points, I think, tied with some other people. Dragon Mines. Probably my least favourite track. I'm not very good at this track. I make a mistake which I didn't think I'd do. And that is on the water section here that you can kind of cut through. I cut through that ever so slightly too sharply and get taken off the track and reset, which probably did cost me maybe a few positions. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not having a good time on this track. This turn is probably the worst turn in the entire game for me. I can't even like jump hop that around that corner at all. I'm trying to boost around it. It's not working. We're all battling to try and get into like 6th place here. Some people are taking that shortcut across there. I didn't have an item to do that, though I do get a clock, so I'm like, right, this is my chance. I'm going to try and just boost through a couple of people here. I don't think I make any ground up here, and I go too short there. Get reset. Then I get hit by a potion. So again, it's just not looking good for me here. I'm trying to boost ahead as much as I can here. I've got a bubble shield, which I pop here, and I get goth, which I felt bad about, but you know, why did I hit that? That was just a bad move on my half there. I don't think I hit anyone with the bowling bombs. I'm not very good at them. Still in 7th place. I don't actually know where I come here. I get the warp orb, get 2 hits, and that comes 6th. So I'm trying to make some positions here. If I can get 4th and get 1 point, that would be nice. But I don't believe I do. I get hit by a warp orb again. This level of play, the amount of item spam, everyone knows what they're doing, everyone knows when to use their items and things like that, everyone's boosting constantly. It is such a hard race. And I'm just happy that I managed to get into the competition. KFC was kind enough to give everyone who entered a free copy on PlayStation 4, so now I've got a copy to play with you guys on PlayStation as well as Xbox, because I was originally going to get the game on Xbox. Now I can play on PS4 as well. I finished at 5th, so at this point I don't think there's actually a chance I can win. I can try and draw with 3rd place with Mikey, I believe it is, but at this kind of point kind of know it's over. So I try my best here. I go for the shortcut every single lap.
Are you falling asleep out there?
And I fail it every single lap. I managed to do the shortcut on this track pretty well when I was probably playing as someone like a speed character, but for some reason I just kept coming up a little bit too short. Maybe I was jumping slightly too late or too early. I was messing up badly. I probably could have come 3rd, which would have gained me 3 points and a total of 9 points, but I think at this point whoever is in 3rd had more points than me, I believe, or would have had 1 point coming in 4th. So at this point it was kind of over. Maybe if I'd have held off that shortcut and just gotten the normal route, I might have had a different story, but I think in terms of the points he was so far ahead in the overall standings that it wouldn't have mattered anyway. So I try for it again. I'm like, oh, I've done it this time, and I miss it again. I think some people had kind of realised it's not even worth taking that shortcut. Someone playing as Polar there missed it up as well. I think I get some Uka Uka masks here. I get 2 in a row at some point. I get a speed boost here. I think I get an Uka Uka mask from this box, because I do take the, maybe it's on the final lap as a last sort of effort push to try and make up some places here. So I'm in 5th, but I'm quite far back from 4th, as you can see. So I'm like, I've got nothing to lose at this point. They've already finished the race. I might as well try the shortcut just to try and stay in 5th. Whoever Polar is there manages to grab that shortcut. Like, props to playing as Polar. Like, I'm not very much of a fan of the slow characters with the tight turning. I'd rather go for an acceleration based or an all-round, so props to him for using Polar in a race like this. I feel bad whoever I hit there. I think it was Goth again with a bubble shield, but I come 7th, so I don't get any points there, and that is the final race. Again, UKOG won every single race he was in, so again, big props to him, big props to everyone in the races, and again, KFC storming ahead and pretty much beating a lot of people there. The overall standings though, if you guys do want to know, so this is what it was. So I won the first stage with 27 points. Moving on into the second stage, the final races you saw there, I got a total of 3 points. I drew with Goth Lucas for 3 points. 3rd place was Mikey Freakout, who got 12 points, so he was quite a bit ahead of me. If I'd have got 9 points and won that final race, I might have been able to beat him. I'm trying to work this out. So if he'd have got 4th there, he would have got, let's think, he got 3rd in the final race. So I think it was kind of over in that final race anyway. I wasn't going to beat him unless I came 2nd, but Albino Gibbon was on another level as well. Those guys in the top 3 were crazy. So I came joint 4th with Goth Lucas at the end of that, which I don't think was too bad. Coming 4th out of a total of 48 players, I believe it was, is pretty impressive. I was 1 place of getting some sort of money prize. 1st place, I believe, got 6 grand, 2nd place got 3 grand, and 3rd place got 1 grand. And then obviously moving into the final race, whoever won that got the year's supply of KFC, and it was UK OG Monkey. But yeah, thank you to KFC for hosting this, giving the opportunity for people to enter, picking me as someone to play in, because you know, this was just fun to be a part of, playing against all these really great CTR players. Getting a copy of the game for free was also really cool. So there you have it. This is again a kind of a different kind of video for what I'd normally do on the channel, kind of a rambly commentary video so you can see the games that I played. But again, big props to everyone who played. Hopefully you guys kind of enjoyed this. Let me know what you guys thought. Probably my gameplay in the final 3 races was pretty suboptimal. Let me know if you could have done better. But there you go. That is the KFC Championship for Crash Team Racing Nitro-Fueled. Hopefully maybe they do one of these in the future again. That'd be kind of cool to see. I'm sure I'm going to be racing against some of these guys again in the future. But until next time, if you're new around here, you want to subscribe for more gaming content and coverage, you can do. If you enjoyed this video, you can click that like button, and if you do also subscribe, be sure to click that bell icon so you're notified when my future uploads do go live. But thanks for hanging out, and hopefully I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.